These are the most slept on teams in the NBA. What up, everybody? It's your boy Sub up in here with a brand new NBA discussion video with y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying these videos, the content, the quality with the setup, the edits, and all that good stuff. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you haven't, and let's get straight started to the team, bro. Now, look, there is one team that I honestly think is the most slept on team in the NBA. We're going to go ahead and talk to them, but you already know we got to get a little bit some clickbait, right? We got to give some runner-ups before we get to that main team. So I got 3 teams for y'all. I'm gonna keep it very real. As you think about your own slept on teams, you just keep that in your mind and put them in the comments. And if you agree with me, you agree with me. If you disagree with me, you disagree with me. That's what it's all about, bro. Look at Unk and Skip, bro. They be disagreeing with each other, so we're gonna be disagreeing at times too. I'm keeping it real with my mind. You'll keep it real with your mind in your comments, right? All right, so we got 2 runner-ups. Cool. And then we got the team that I think is the most slept on team, and I'm gonna give my rationale for each. Okay, so number 1 runner up is, and you may be like, well, this team ain't slept on. I think it's still slept on. It's the Denver Nuggets. Okay, the Denver Nuggets is my runner up. It's not the official one, but the Denver Nuggets, bro. Even though the number 1 seed in the West, ain't nobody be talking about them. Ain't nobody talking about them. Who are people talking about right now? They're talking about, obviously, Boston, of course. Even Philly at times. At one point, the hottest team in the league was Philly. You hear everybody in the West talking about the Phoenix Suns with Kevin Durant. Yeah, even the Lakers. I ain't saying the Lakers are going to win the championship, but that's all they talk about. Brand new squad. LeBron James comes back. They make a big playoff run. Boom. I even hear people talking about Dallas at times, although they ain't playing as well with Kyrie coming. But, you know, that's kind of the names that you be hearing, bro, right? Boston, Philly, Phoenix all the time, especially in the West. But I just needed to remind people that, yes, although the Nuggets are number 1, and although Jokic is, you know, the Joker, although he is obviously maybe a front runner for the MVP, the Nuggets are still a team, and they are a much better team than they probably even were last year. So I just got to, as a runner-up, or one of the runner-ups, just remind people that this team is killing it, and don't sleep on them. Just because they're not talked about in the media, don't forget about them, I should rephrase, right? They just signed Reggie Jackson, who was the starting point guard for the Clippers. Now he's off the bench. They just got Thomas Bryant from the Lakers, who was having an amazing season. He's playing backup to the Joker. And of course, they got Jamal Murray, who's getting his legs back. They got Pope, who's shooting lights out. Aaron Gordon, who's having some awesome numbers. Porter, Jr. And this team, and the Joker, bro. Like, what else do you want, bro? So this team is definitely a team you should not sleep on. That's one of my runner-ups. Now, another team that's a runner-up, and I'm going to be real with this one, is this team gets a lot of hate when they don't play well, okay? And as of this season, they really haven't been playing that well. But when this team is fully healthy, bro, I don't even care, bro. They're a top 3 team in the league if they click. Because all they need is a playoff run. Just like all they needed last year was a playoff run. They weren't the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. But they had a nice playoff run. People got healthy. They got a championship. That's the Golden State Warriors. This ain't easy for me to say. This team stopped LeBron from winning a couple of rings. But look, bro, I got to be real with y'all. And I got to talk, non-biasly. Otherwise, I would have said Chicago Bulls this video, right? The Golden State Warriors, although they are missing Curry, and although they have a chance of not even making the playoffs, but if they end up making the playoffs and sneaking in, all they need is 16 games or so to go ahead and do it. And on a best of 7 series, when this team is fully healthy, if this team is fully healthy, especially with the acquisition of Gary Payton, they got the brother right back. It's not like Wiseman was doing anything for them. This team is a slept-on team, bro. So don't be sleeping on the Warriors. They may be the 9th, the 10th seed right now, whatever. They may stay that way and make the play-in. But don't be sleeping on this Warriors team, because Curry was having a crazy season before he got hurt. Klay Thompson is having multiple 40-point games this season. He's actually playing better this season than last season. He got his legs back, bro. And Wiggins be staying consistent. And I love the squad, bro. Like, in terms of the depth that they have, JaMychal Green is having a very pivotal role, and many others, bro. Poole playing out of his mind right now, bro. This team, is pretty much the same team as last year. It may not be constructed as is the following season, but right now, as we're speaking about this team has a shot. They are a slept team. But now we're going to end this video off by talking about the most slept team in the NBA, bro. Look, bro, just because they ain't in a fancy... And look, this is not easy for me to make, because this is the most rivaled, state and city, literally the most rivaled city in Chicago. Okay, like this, like at least in football. But this team ain't talked about. They may not be living in like the Calis of the world, that is always talked about, like the Lakers. But this team won a championship 2 years ago, and even their main player isn't being talked about as much, man. But that's the Bucks and Giannis Antetokounmpo, bro. From an MVP race, you always hear Giannis. I mean, you always hear the Joker. You hear Luka, Joel Embiid, etc. But come on, bro. This Milwaukee Bucks team is stacked. So stacked, bro. And you don't even hear many people talking about them. All you hear is the Bostons of the world and the Phoenix Suns of the world now with KD and etc. But don't be sleeping on the Bucks, bro. They just won, what, at the time of this video, 10 games in a row. The crazy part is, Bobby Portis is injured. They just signed Jay Crowder, who's a knockdown three-point shooter, plays great defense, and can hit shots in the clutch, is what all teams want. They got the strongest, most insane force right now in the NBA, which is Giannis Antetokounmpo, is a freak of nature. Gets 40 and 20 in his 40 and 10 at least in his dreams, in his sleep, with like 80% efficiency, bro. Like shooting literally, like he'll go like 16 for 19 from the field, most of them down low, 20 free throws, 40 points, just like that, almost every night if he wanted to. And they got Middleton coming off the bench right now, bro. Don't be forgetting about that. Middleton coming off the bench. Their center, Brook Lopez, is literally number 1 on the Defensive Player of the Year ratings right now, bro. On the rankings, he's number 1. I think there's Jared Jackson on there as well, but yo, Lopez is number 1. Drew Holiday is one of the best defenders in the league. Some people view him as one of the best defenders right now in the league, but he's on that team too, bro. What else do you want? This team is stacked, and I don't like admitting that because the Packers and the Bears, we don't get eye to eye. But dude, I gotta give props where props is due, man. When I make these videos, I try to pretend like if I had to put money on the line, if I had to go on First Take and try to give an educational standpoint, right? If I had to do those things, this is what I would say, man. You know what I'm trying to say? Otherwise, I'd say the Bulls or the Lakers. But man, this Milwaukee Bucks team is pretty deep. They're pretty stacked. And that's it, man. So these are the different type of teams. Quickly, the Nuggets, the first thing we said. Then we obviously said the Golden State Warriors. And then obviously, lastly, to conclude, we talked about the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, in the comments down below, everybody, I want you to let me know who are the most slept on teams in the NBA. You can let me know your runner-ups, but then I want to know the most slept on team as well. I'm going to be responding to all the comments, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see y'all in the next one. And like this video if you haven't, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all soon, man. Peace!